So, hi everybody, this is Bernd Welter from PTV speaking, and I'd like to try something new because I saw this question in the forum these days, and I'd like to show you the solution not by writing a big text. I just want to show you an existing test client that explains the answer to these questions. So the question from the player in the forum is that he wants to deal with one of our so-called proposal functions. The meaning of a proposal function is to provide a very quick answer, response time, to a planning where we have existing tours, several of them, you will see them in a few seconds, and one new order. And we want to know which one of these tours can accept this unscheduled order to take care of it, and what is the impact of the on the tour. So what is the additional costs it produces, and how are these costs calculated. So let me show you a scenario I use to demonstrate this. I start with a test client. Some of you might already have seen them, and I'm already jumping into the example. The test client produced several tours for 10 different vehicles, as you can see here, painted in a map. Just to give you a quick info where we are talking about, this is somewhere in the area of Paris, but the geometry is not important at the moment. Let's just say the input condition is we have 10 existing tours, and now we have one additional order that is, for example, located somewhere here in the northeast of the city, and we want to know which one of these tours can accept this order with which impact. Obviously, it's probably this tour, which is located almost at this input address, that has the best conditions to accept this order. But let's have a look at the result. First of all, I'd like to explain you what the costs of a tour, how they are computed. Each tour has a driving time, a driving distance, for example, and for the resources for the truck, you can specify what is the price per kilometer, per period, what is the price if the truck is in use, yes or no, if we start a new tour, and what is the price if we have a co-driver. So each one of these tours in the map produces a given cost value. So by now using the proposal function, for example, I'm looking for, I want to spend 1800 seconds, which is about half an hour, at the location, which is Boulevard de McDonald, somewhere between 9 to 5. And then the result of this planning call is returning 10 hits. Each one of them has a specific cost value. And what we can see here is that this result, each element of this list, is based on an existing tour or an existing vehicle and shows the impact sorted by the insert costs. Now, what is the meaning of this insert costs? Let's just have a look at this little screenshot. For example, this red cross is the location where we want to have a new visit now. And we have several opportunities. We can add this order between these two existing stops on this tour. We could also add it between this stop and this stop, but then it's a little bit, produces more detour, for example. And it's quite simple. So if we add this stop on this tour in this position without changing the sequence, the given sequence of the stops, then we can just say, okay, we do not have to drive this 10 kilometers, but instead we have to drive these 6 kilometers and these 7 kilometers. So overall, if we decide to add this stop in that position, we will produce 3 kilometers of additional distance. And based on the cost function that you've seen on the other interface here, 3 additional kilometers means 180 whatever. So that's just what is the meaning of the insert costs. I hope this answers the question, and I will provide that video and that screenshot in a few minutes in the forum. Thank you very much.